Good morning. Happy
Good
Wednesday.
morning.
We are at the office again. We came in nice and early today because this is what we do. It's not necessarily true, but it is what we do now. So we ended up waking up at, probably 5 o'clock today, both like awake. And then I was kind of like, you know what? Let's get the day started. Christie tried to talk me out of it, but I said,
I was willing to go back to sleep.
I've got stuff to do. Because we are.
Good morning, Lori.
Hello. We are working on some Google ads, etc. It's a great time. It just is a great time. So, what is going on in your world today? Please tell us what is going on in your world.
Hi, Leslie.
Hello, Leslie.
Good morning.
So, who is on right now that we can say
Morning,
hello
Sheila. How are you this morning?
to? Hello. So, in our world today, I have to go to the dentist. Not excited about that, but we like the dentist. She's a lovely lady. She's a young lady, goes to the church, and she works between here and Vallarta.
Good morning, Pat, and good morning, Wendy.
I have a quick question. Is there any humming? Do you hear humming in our sound today? Is the sound good? We need to know that because we're just testing out some new stuff. I'm doing it a new way today than I did it the last time I was at the office. So please let us know.
What are you doing differently?
I'm not running it through the USB. I'm running it through the microphone input.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Sound is great. Love it. Thank you. Yeah. So we're going to the dentist. Christie's going to get a haircut.
Joe, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Morning, Jolene. I have an appointment at
And hello,
11.
Wendy. You have an appointment at 11.
Mm-hmm. You knew that, honey. I've told you like 10 times.
Okay. Yes, and I'm going to the dentist today. And we also are going to look at, there is a company in Vallarta. They've done malls, etc., and they've got a bodega full of stuff that they have taken from construction projects, electrical.
It's from their personal house.
Oh, their personal house.
Yep.
And we're going to look at that.
On Saturday.
Because for our little 5-unit apartment building, which is going to be bigger, because of the storage bodega we're putting in, as well as the lavanderia, plus the additional
Jeff.
floor. And we want to see if we can do a bunch of construction stuff from their house. So I think that's going to be very intriguing. We're doing that on Saturday, I believe. I'm going out mushroom hunting, final day, Friday.
You said that last time, just for the record.
Yeah, I know, but we have to go one more time because I got a Facebook message yesterday asking if I wanted to, and I'm like, okay. Now, I'd said I wanted to go Saturday, but Christy reminded me that we have everybody in the office coming to our house on Saturday, and I think we're doing like a pizza party, right?
Shh, don't tell people. It's just for our office.
It is just for our office. Now, if you work with us, you're invited.
Good morning, Mom. She's practicing her Spanish. She said, Buenos dias. You did it good, Mom.
Wow. So that's fantastic. We also heard our kids will be coming. Who do we chatted? I took Zach out for dinner last night. It was nice. It was nice to go out with my son, and he's just talking there. And I'm just looking at him going, I love my kids so much. Like, I love them so much. This incredible feeling of, man, I just love my kids.
I love my kids too, but I got to spend the evening with my granddaughters and my daughter-in-law.
That's true. It was funny. Zachary yesterday said, you probably should pay somebody who's like a bookkeeper or something just to make mom's life a little bit easier. And I look at him and I said,
who do you know?
Who do you know? Do you know anybody who's got a degree in business, in accounting, and all of that stuff? And he's just kind of sheepish because that's what Chuyita's degree is in. I said, and here's the funny thing. She's going to get a free babysitter.
Yeah, because if she makes my life easier, I get to spend more time with my girls.
It just seemed like a no-brainer to me.
It does kind of make sense. So we'll see what happens. It's a big life change for her.
Because they really don't make much money as pastors. They really don't make much money as pastors. So, and we kind of are the fill-ins, I guess, if needed. And I told him, your mom and I are of a certain age where we're starting to consider our retirement. And to have all of this stuff, and we will continue. Like, if they need money for those girls, we will do that. But if it's for our kids, you're on your own. You are on your own.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was now also the duplex that we are looking at getting. It will be for them to move into right away, so we can start putting their house up for sale and getting things ready.
Our house up for sale.
Yes, I guess it is our house.
Yeah, I guess so. It was never their house.
Yeah,
It's the house that Zach and Chuita and my granddaughters live in.
yeah, and now Amberlyn, because my house.
Everything is hers.
I
Right
know,
now.
because even our house is her house too.
Yes.
The pool is her pool also.
Mm-hmm.
Now I will say that the pool that we got
Kind of is their pool.
it was for the grandkids.
Although after they left last night, I'm like, let's go in the pool. John's like, right now? And I'm like, hell yeah.
And it was warmer.
So we went and sat out for about half an hour or so.
If you want your pool to be cooler, just cover it. Just get
that works wonders,
cover.
Even in this weather.
So it could be 30 degrees out, and if you've got a cover so it blocks the sun thermal gain from that pool, it is very cold.
Good morning, David. How are you?
So there you go. Hello, David.
And Andy.
That's
good
your cousin?
Morning. Yeah.
Excellent. Which Andy?
Andy Schmidt.
Hello, Andy Schmidt. So what can we tell these folks today? What is going on in real estate? Now, the SAT office, which is the taxation, the kind of like the IRS or the CSA in Canada, I don't know what they call it now, but it's the taxation department. They're still saying no foreigners can get their tax ID numbers. And they're not issuing tax IDs to non-permanent residents only, to non-permanent. They are not issuing
tax ID numbers
to permanent,
temporals.
to temporals. Yeah.
Morning, Monica.
So that is posing issues. Now,
Yes.
Here's the thing. In other states, they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So we just need to go somewhere else to do it. So if you want to sell your house in Mexico, we can help with the tax ID
Actually, it's
numbers.
not even necessarily other states because Guadalajara is doing
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, we know people, a new agent that we just hired, he went to Guadalajara. He's a foreigner. He got his permanente, and he also has a work visa. And he's set up to sell real estate. Like, that's just what the lawyer did, which
Yeah.
was very smart on the lawyer's side of things. So that guy will be coming on Saturday to our pizza party.
So my mom said, had dinner with Matt and Shay last night. Loved them. They brought some things over to store in my basement while they were in Ontario, while Shay gets her master's at the University at Guelph. And good morning, Jen, and good morning, Helen. And yes, Shay and Matt are fantastic. And I know that they're trying to get everything organized so they can, I believe they plan on driving down here, staying for a while, and then going to Ontario.
Well, that'll be another plus with the duplex because Shay and Matt can stay there instead of in the apartment building because that will more than likely be under construction.
Well, and the house has a yard where the apartment building doesn't, so it would be much better for their little big poopy.
Now, the nice thing with the apartment, though, it does have a coconut palm tree.
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited about that because we had a palm tree in front of our house, which Greg killed very fast. And although he said it was going to live just like our starfruit tree was going to live, no problems. As all the leaves were turning brown, it was dying, and he kept saying, no, it's going to come back. It never came back. And that's what happened to our palm tree. But now with the palm tree at the apartment building, I'm in love with that.
Jeff is asking if TRs are still exempt from capital gains if they have a tax ID number. Yes.
Yes. But once again, the local tax office is not issuing temporals. Not issuing any
tax
type
ID
of
numbers.
tax ID number
Actually,
for temporals.
Any. Not even Zach couldn't get his.
Oh yeah, the permanente, etc. It's just they're being dumb. They're
It
being
is ridiculous.
stupid.
So it sounds like a trip to Guadalajara is in our future.
Yeah. And that is the problem with Mexico, right? They say, we want all the taxes, but they don't make this easy for foreigners to declare their income. Yeah. So in order to declare your income, you need a tax ID, but they're saying, you don't get a tax ID because you're a foreigner. Then you don't get the taxes.
They say it just like that.
They do. They really do. They're hostile and angry.
How much is the average home in your area need 4 bedrooms? Oh gosh, David. There's no average.
There is no average.
And there's very few 4 bedroom houses, actually.
Because remember, we have this little thing called the ocean here. And if you wanted 4 bedrooms on the ocean, you're in the millions of dollars. Now, if you get a 4 bedroom in our neighborhood, probably 200,000 USD would be a fair. And you could buy something and renovate it. It's just that renovation's very difficult right now. Expensive, more than difficult. You can get a renovation. But the 3 unit apartment that we were going to do in our backyard, that was going to be, the quotes were between 3 million and 6 million pesos. It's 150 to $300,000 US, which is ridiculous. Which is why we bought the 5 unit apartment for $120,000, because it's 2 blocks away from our house, and it's got 5 units. It's just dumb to build anything right now because the cost of construction is so high, materials and labor. I mean, we have a great worker, but he's not cheap.
No.
Our backyard would have been half price had we done this a year and a half ago, and it ended up costing us $55,000 to get the yard paved, the fence built, and the pool installed. Half that price, half of it, had we done it a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, and one thing that people don't think about when they move down here too is healthcare.
That is very important.
Our healthcare is very good, but if you have pre-existing conditions, to get insurance is difficult.
Yeah.
So that's something that people need to take into consideration. I mean, yes, we do want as many people to come down here and live as possible, but that is definitely something that you need to look into for all of us that are getting older and have, we don't have insurance right now. We've been very blessed that we've not had any major health scares or issues. But, we are getting older.
We knew a gal. She's kind of our age, and she's since passed away. Hi, Kira. She...
No pre-existing conditions, so would out-of-pocket be smart?
That's a very interesting question.
Not necessarily.
If you held your money yourself and you did not plan on having any accidents or anything...
did not plan on having an accident.
Like, that would work. Now, back to the person that I was talking about.
And then we'll go back to healthcare.
She had a private plan, and somehow it forgot to be paid. So she ended up having to use the public system, and she ended up going to a public hospital, and she died. She died very quickly. Now, understand she had a very, very aggressive form of cancer because, sadly, I mean, we can have discussions on why that is, but she went very fast. And then after all of said is done, found out her insurance would have covered her. But I don't think she would have lived because her cancer was so very aggressive. But they do have public health care here. You just don't want to use it. If you need it, it's available, but it's not anything that anybody would want to use.
Mm-hmm. Now back to healthcare. We pay for the basics. Even when we did have health insurance, we pay for the basics. It's the big hospital bills. You get car accidents should be covered by your car insurance, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But if you fall down the stairs, like we had a friend that did that, an older lady fell down the stairs, smashed her elbow or shoulder, emergency surgery. It was very expensive for them. They actually had to have a fundraiser for her because she couldn't afford it. Another lady I know was diagnosed with breast cancer, and so she had to pay for all of that out of pocket. Another fundraiser. These people did not have any savings of any sort. So private, definitely, I would start looking into, and we are going to be looking into it. That I think maybe my September job, outside of just our regular stuff that we have to do. But I will be at the office a lot more because Shirley's going on vacation.
I'm not a doctor. I am not a doctor, and what I'm about to say is not healthcare advice to anybody, but it is one of those things too where we have one friend of ours He had stage 4 lung cancer diagnosed by the doctor. The doctor said, "Get your affairs in order. You've got 1 year to live." He said, "F you." He really said F you to the doctor, did not go to the cancer doctor or anything. 7 years on, he's alive, loving life. He's taken up yoga. He has gotten rid of his arthritis because he doesn't listen to the doctors anymore. Sadly, doctors, cancer treatments, anytime they give you a pill, all they're giving you is a band aid. It does not fix the problem. So, without eating healthy, without getting rid of all of the crap in our life, we're really taking a chance going to the doctors.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that we had some kind of Chinese medicine person here. They've been practicing it for 3,000 years and 4,000 years for the Indians in India, not Indians here. So, but we've been doing this allopathic medicine for 100 years. And guess what? It involves the oil industry to make our meds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, guys, it is nuts. All the corporations that we're feeding, and we're feeding them.
Yeah. So Sherry Stockwell is saying 3 more days. Yay. I see lunches in our future, Sherry. And she says, even with no pre-existing, it's pretty expensive at her age.
Yeah, the older you get.
The older that we get. So it's so funny because for a while my insurance was higher than John's because I was still of childbearing age.
She still is.
I don't know when they decide that I'm not anymore. If I had one now, I don't know what I would do. Can you even imagine? Oh,
no. I've had that nightmare.
And so Sherry is still looking at insurance. Good morning, Helen. I wanted to say good morning to you. Jeff said that they just got their renewal and it went up 15% from last year. And yes, actually, I was just reading a little post on Facebook about insurance, and someone else had said that Vumi went up a bit.
Yeah, it is odd when you have vehicle insurance here. Like Zach was talking about this, any type of accidents or anything, your insurance doesn't really go up. It's just weird.
And the older the car is, the less my insurance is.
And not only that,
but the older I get, the higher my insurance is. That doesn't seem right. I'm way more important than a car. Or easier. I have less issues than a car does.
You're easier than a car, sure. Whatever.
And Bill will be with her for 11 days. Oh, good.
Yeah. So I think for insurance, you definitely want to get some kind of private insurance, but you need to know you start using it. It's just, that's how they do it, right? It's just, insurance is
not horrible. A fan of doctors at all. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. So you want kind of an emergency medical insurance, not an all-encompassing where you're using it for every little doctor's appointment.
Now, let's talk about doctors for a minute. Not a doctor, not healthcare advice.
Doesn't even play one on TV.
I don't even play one on TV. But in India, there's a state that has 230 million people in it. COVID, 0, because of ivermectin. Ivermectin, that thing that in North America, the doctor said, no, that's for horses.
Can you hold still?
They've issued 3.5 billion prescriptions over the years since the 70s when this ivermectin was for horses. It's for people also. It's an anti-parasite. But for whatever reason, the off-shelf usage, whatever. But how many doctors in North America said to their people, we can't get you ivermectin, we can't get you hydroxychloroquine, we can just get you the shot or the Praxavid or whatever the hell, which also was killing people.
Good morning, Rosemary. How are you this morning?
So the only thing that doctors are doing right now is pissing me off because they all start with the Hippocratic Oath. First, do no harm. All they've been doing is causing harm for the last 2.5 years. And they're just like, we can't say anything because we're going to lose our jobs. Well, then you're not adhering to your oath. I love the doctors who have stood down, who've lost positions because they knew what they were doing was wrong. Those people, they deserve our respect. They deserve our loyalty. These other guys, no, not at all.
Yeah, Sherry's saying that she had brought some ivermectin back with her last time she was here.
Oh, man, we've had people who bought
Francois.
100 boxes of ivermectin.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
Helen is also interested in hearing about medical insurance down here. And Jeff said that he also crossed the 55 threshold. Old man.
You're just about there.
Shh. I'm sure that played a factor. Also, my visit last year, I'm sure, helped up the rates a bit. Yeah, you cost them a bit of money for your first year and having insurance with them.
We met with a client yesterday, and he says, if you're going to go to the CMQ, you'd better have a gold card or they're not talking to you.
Yeah. Good morning, Kimberly. Are
Hello,
you
hello.
still here in Mexico, or did we miss you?
Yeah, it's very strange. It's one of the top tier hospitals. It truly is amazing.
Yeah.
Their level of care is fantastic, but not cheap.
And Jeff is saying Big Pharma didn't make money on ivermectin, so as you say, John, follow the money.
Always follow the money. But these damn doctors and what they did is criminal.
Yeah, she is still
Kimberly
here.
says she's still here.
Well,
Fantastic.
we should probably get together for a coffee or lunch or a drink or something before you leave.
Yes. So what else can we
We'll
tell?
be downtown a lot in the next month, so we can always run away for lunch.
Yeah,
been busy uploading pictures onto my YouTube channel. Awesome.
uploading pictures.
What is your YouTube channel? What do you do, Kimberly?
Yeah, and pictures is interesting. We do videos. And not only that, I mean, I really do need to up my YouTube game. So, yeah, that's something else we've got to do here before December or January. We have to do that as well. So, we do need to hire somebody in media to come and work with us.
Definitely would love to do that. Good. Yes. I said hello to Rosemary.
Hello, Rosemary. So, what else can we tell these folks? Anything else today? I think we're done for today. Yeah, the tooth, the thing, that's a bothersome. I've got some kind of pain that's not going away, and it's just odd.
Yes, we will be at church on Sunday. We weren't last Sunday. We went to Chicala, which was lovely.
Yes, but I've said we're leaving, so we will say goodbye now.
Okay, I'm just answering us.
Adios, guys. Have a fantastic today. We will see you tomorrow, and maybe we can do a walk around the square tomorrow as part of our.
In Guadalajara.
Maybe we can do a walk around the square as part of our coffee time.
Maybe.
Just depends how loud it is.
And if we have an appointment, I can't remember what's.
All right, guys. Tomorrow. Adios. Right. Well, we'll.